Let's try this voiceover one more time. I've now tried this 3 times. Welcome back to the channel, y'all. Here we are making some soap. First, you see me mixing my lye mixture, which is just some frozen goat's milk and lye. Let's see, it melts the ice. The lye heats up, it melts the goat's milk, and then we can put it into our oils. My oils are shea butter, coconut oil, olive oil, and castor oil. I dump my lye mixture into my oils and I mix. Mix. You want to mix. A lot of people mix to a trace, which is when you pull out your immersion blender and you can see the mixture sit on top of itself. I mix until it's mixed. I don't like a full trace because I like to have extra time to work with my soap batter. So I'm going to split it off into 2, and I see something dropped into my soap. I will be getting that out. Don't worry. No dirt in soap. See, watch. Pick. Got it. So I'm splitting into 2 because I'm going to do 2 different colors. This is my teakwood vanilla soap. So it's going to be a wood grain. Trust the process. You will see the colors I put in here and you will say, Raeanne, you are absolutely nuts. I promise, vanilla does weird things to soap. And even at the end, you'll go, huh? But over time, over the next 6 weeks before I actually sell this bar, this soap will go through so many color changes, it'll be insane. So, I use this white, which seems weird to add white when you want to do wood grain, but because of the vanilla, it doesn't actually stay white. Here I'm telling you to mix the lighter color first and then go into the darker color. For this particular soap, it doesn't matter as much. On some soaps that I want a definite white, what I would do is when I have to mix my fragrance oil later, I would rinse off the version of it. I don't add my oils until the very last thing because I like time to play with my soap. And some oils, despite what is advertised, they speed things up. So you work with what you have and you do it in order that works best for you, and that's what works best for me. And here I'm adding a teakwood vanilla mahogany mixture. I do a mixture because that is what works best for me. The mahogany and teakwood really complement each other, and the vanilla kind of takes the bite, so to speak, off of it, but leaves it as that musky. I wouldn't even call it a manly smell because honestly, women buy that one most. So I scrape. So I mix with a spatula first, and then I go with my immersion blender. The reason the spatula is I'm having to mix it as much with my immersion blender. And then I take the top off of my immersion blender so I can just set it off to the side because I'm done with it. And then I'm going to put my lighter color into my darker color to do a little swirl. And I'm going to leave that. So this didn't thicken up as much as I wanted it to when I poured it in. So the reason I leave it normally is to have it to top each loaf with. But it kind of sank in and didn't work as planned. And that's okay. My molds are stained. They are not dirty, I promise. And so I pour these in. And because I did the swirl in the bucket, I don't have to worry about anything, which is awesome. And then I just plop it in. And then I'm going to scrape my buckets. You scrape your buckets for a couple of reasons. If nothing else, why do you want to waste that precious soap batter that you just made? But also, it is a lot easier to clean the dishes if you don't have a bunch of caked on soap batter. It really is. It's so much easier. So you scrape your buckets. Plus, I mean, you spent the time to make it, so you might as well utilize it, right? And I'm going to take this white one, and I realized right away that it's not sitting on the top like I wanted to, so I'm just plopping it in the least full mold to even things out a little bit. Plop, plop, plop. And I'll be right back with these. Move them off to the side to wipe things up. And then you want to smack your molds down. It puts the air bubbles to the top so it's not sitting throughout your soap. And if you see, I'm pointing to the screen like you can actually see me while I'm doing this voiceover, but if you see those air bubbles on the top, that's why you do that. So I came back so I can do my design. I test to make sure it's right where I want it, and do. Because I'm not touching the soap, no, I'm not wearing gloves. Wear gloves, y'all. Don't burn yourself. Do as I say, not as I do. It is still best to wear gloves even when you're doing this, because you never know. Scrapey the sides. Just like that. And come back for the cutting. So I took these out way too early. You can see in the molds that they stuck to the mold. The edges are stuck. I was impatient, y'all. So I'm going to have some cleaning up to do after this. So here you're seeing me just start the first loaf. You'll see me trying to make some adjustments throughout. And the second loaf is a little bit less messy with me cutting, but I'm going to show you it all anyway. Or I'm just going to sit here like a doofus. That works too. Oh, I'm adjusting the lighting. That's what I'm doing. Maybe I should cut this out. Oh well. Here we go. And we're back. I cut some out. You guys didn't need to sit through that. Here I'm showing you that on my end pieces I go to about an inch and a half to cut all that mess off. And that's what it looks like, folks, when you pull your soap out of the mold way too early. That was my fault. That's okay. I can still clean it up. Not a big deal. Let's just cut some more soap. Let's speed this up a little bit.